Actually, I haven't been on Instagram in like a really long time, so I went ahead and reactivated my old account. And this was like from 2016, 2017, right? So if you know anything about Brooke in 2016, 2017, that girl was a hot fucking mess. Do you hear me? A hot fucking mess. So I'm scrolling down and I'm looking at the posts, I'm looking at the pictures, and I literally started getting so fucking disgusted with myself. Like I'm not talking about looks. I'm talking about my thought process. The things I commented on, the post I shared, the memes I thought were funny. I mean, oh my God. I was angry. I was drinking a lot. I was an avoidant. I would talk about whose emotions where, be in tune with who, spiritual gifts who. I was mentally ill. I was ill. I was just a hot fucking mess. And the anger, the anger and the bitterness. I had been through so much. I was in horrible environments and I was around terrible fucking people, like for real. And I thought that since that's what I had grown up around, then that's just who I was. So I just made myself be that, because honestly, that's all I knew. And I didn't have anybody telling me to get better, do better, get well soon type shit. They just kind of rode the wave with me, and that's just who I was. But a part of me eventually kind of figured out that, I'm not happy in this environment. This isn't me. And I started putting myself around better people, and I wasn't so angry and bitter, and I wasn't making everybody pay for the shit I had been through. And I was bitter. I was traumatized. I was traumatized as fuck. I was so low vibrational. Oh my God. And it just led me to believe, like, I started kind of realizing all the versions of myself that I've been. And wow, the work that I've done on myself is astonishing. And I don't need to be embarrassed of who I used to be. I'm not going to reactivate that Instagram. I'd redeactivate real quick. I'd be deleting for years if I would have stayed there deleting shit. But yeah, I just, it really led me to see all of the progress that I've done on myself, and the effort that I put into myself, and the acknowledgement of what was wrong and what I was doing wrong, holding myself accountable and looking in the mirror and saying, you're the reason that you're in this position. I had to give myself grace because I didn't know any better. And, a lot of people go their whole lives without knowing any better. And I'm grateful that I figured it out in my late 20s, early 30s, whatever. Being 33 now with 3 kids, and I would just never want my kids to not have an example of who to be and what to do. And if you don't know what you need to do, get around an environment that'll show you. Get around people that'll show you. Put yourself around people who are smarter than you and kinder than you and wiser than you and more emotionally regulated than you, and who get therapy and counseling and hold themselves accountable and pour into themselves. And I mean, my God, the Brooke that was angry, I was so embarrassed of her, but it's who I was for so many years. I mean, if you knew me 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, whoo, that is embarrassing. If you ask anybody who does not know me now, they would think this version of me is fake, but this is the most authentic version of myself that I've been. Like, oh my God, it's so refreshing to not have anger be my first reaction. So just a moment of silence for all of the versions of me that I've had to be, that have led up into this point, and just extending gratitude for them because they got me this far. And just acknowledging that the anger was what I knew at that time to keep myself safe, right? And to speak up for myself and to defend myself. And it's what I knew. I was just utilizing the resources that I had. But if you're currently going through that, especially if you're going through, being an angry person or a resentful person, just understand that give yourself grace. Don't make excuses for yourself. You need to acknowledge that it's not okay. But just don't be so hard on yourself if it's all you've ever known. And just understand that anger is kind of the part of you, the part of your soul that recognizes that you're being disrespected, that recognizes that something isn't right, and it's coming up to bat for you, right? It's defending you, and it's kept you safe for this long. But if you know what a hold it takes on your soul, you want to do better, just put yourself around people that want better for you, that look at you and say, hey, I don't think that was the best way to do that. I think maybe you should try this, or have you tried this, or did you notice that you do this? Don't get offended by those people. Don't let offense get in between you and healing. Because God or the universe or your spirit team or yourself, your higher self, whatever you believe in, will put people and things and situations in your face to kind of show you what's going on. Accept that hell. Don't assume that everyone who talks about you or brings something up to your attention is out to get you or evil or bad. Sometimes people care about you so much, they're willing to hurt your ego just a little bit to have you be the best version of yourself, because they see more in you than you even see in yourself at that time. And I'm grateful for anybody who's ever given me constructive criticism or brought something to my attention that I wasn't aware of, or made a comment that kind of led me to kind of go down this, rabbit hole of self-healing. And so, yeah, I just want to thank all the versions of myself that have gotten me here. And if I'm half the woman that I am right now, I mean, my God, the version of me right now is so beautiful and admirable, and I'm so proud of me currently as well. And I'm looking forward to the woman I'll be next year, and the year after that, and the year after that. And so just never stop improving, never stop acknowledging that, the way you've been doing things may not be the right way. And that's okay. That's okay. The things you used to believe in, you don't have to believe in them anymore. You can wake up in 5 minutes and just decide that shit is not acceptable anymore, and switch it up. And keep trying. Maybe it's trial and error. Maybe you like to dive in head first and figure it out. But just be grateful of who you've had to be to get here, to be who you are and who you're about to be. And so yeah, I won't be reactivating that Instagram. I'm gonna have to create a new one. But just wanted to have a moment of silence for all of the versions of me that have gotten me here. And yeah, that's all. I'm very grateful.